We have the scripture right there. We're working some kinks out. The vision of this ministry, okay? This building's for sale. We might just buy the whole thing bare. Tear that wall out. Sorry, Jackie, you lose your office space.
You can tear it down.
I found myself, and I hope I can have some freedom this morning without, getting too long-winded, but I found myself in a place where I wanted something different, okay? And I know a lot of you guys, okay? And I was out doing ministry with my guys, and playing and singing, going to these different churches, and I was the pastor Downsville, youth pastor Downsville, and under Pastor Phil DeMint. And I just felt like God was calling me out. And so I did some ministry in different places. I went to the tower, and I was there for a while doing youth ministry. And I found myself like many of us. I found myself in a place where I didn't know what in the world I was going to do. Anybody else ever been in that position? What am I going to do? Okay, where Jesus didn't leave, but I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in a boat looking around thinking, how did I get here? Right? And so I thought, well, I can fix this, So I started just going out, playing music, and going here, going there, going to this church, visiting that church, dragging my kids and my wife and everywhere. And it seemed like I was going more than they were. Okay? And then I realized one day, it was my way to a church, and you guys read the Commoner Journal. Paul McMahon has done a great job. He wrote a great article. I couldn't ask for anything better. I was on my way to church one morning. I can't even remember where I was going. And my little boy Hayden, he said, Daddy, we're not going to Meemaw's church, and we're not going to Jake's church, and we're not going to Manny's church. We're not going to Manny's church. Whose church are we going to? And I said, buddy, we're going to, I can't even remember where we was going. And I said, we're going to this such and such church, so you've never been there before. And I was just driving down the road, and I was probably talking on my cell phone, probably texting. He's going to hell. I was just driving down the road, and Hayden said, well, Daddy, where's our church? And I'm telling you guys, as plain as I am standing here right now, it was like Jesus sitting in the passenger seat of the car and just went, boom. Exactly. And my teeth flew out. Like on the slow motion cartoons. Like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. And I just sitting there, I was like staring. I'm just staring, driving down the road, and I told myself right then, I said, I've got to do something different. And there's nothing wrong with those other churches we were going to. We could have went to Jake's church or my mom's church, or we could have went to the tower. We could have went anywhere and been and just come in and felt comfortable. Okay, I could have done that. But God challenged me that day to make a change in my life so that it wasn't same old, same old. Okay, and He said to me, He said I was going to use me as in ministry. And I'll tell you guys this. I don't know how many of y'all know me, but I've told you before. I was at Allensville Church. I was probably 20 years old. I was standing in a pew, and this preacher got up, and he was spitting and stomping and preaching, man, right at me, talking about ministry. And I was sitting there, and I was a Christian, and I was standing there with my knuckles wrapped around the pew. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Wrapped around that pew, and I was not going to go to that altar because I was not going to be no minister because I like to go catfishing, and I like to shoot red man, and I wasn't going to do that, and I don't know. And I was standing there, and I said, like many of us do, daily, Lord, just give me a sign. I need a sign. Right? How many of y'all done that? How many of y'all done that? It's like, I need that wool to be wet in the morning when I get up. And then in the next morning, no, I know it was wet, Lord, but this morning I want it to be dry, but I want it to be raining. Right? So I said that. I said, Lord, I want a sign. I am not moving out of this seat. I am not going to put my life out of whack if it's not a true calling, right? And so, and if you've ever been to Allensville, all the walls are old-fashioned paneling, right? There's knots. You see all kinds of stuff in there. When I was a kid, I knew how many drywall things were on the ceiling. Had nothing to do with your dad's preaching.
32?
Yeah, good call, Jack. So, I was standing there and I said, Lord, if I can see a star, then I know that you want me to be in the ministry. Now, who comes up with a star? Right? Now, this is a true story. I'm not making this up. Diane Johnson. Anybody know Diane Johnson? Okay, she was sitting in front of me. She works at the library. So, pastor said, everybody bow your head and close your eyes. Of course, none of us close our eyes. We all bow our head like this. You know, we don't want to know. We don't know who else has got their eyes open. I looked straight down, and on her jacket was a button. And right in the middle of her button was a black star. Looking me right in the face. I am not exaggerating. Now, you can say that was an accident. You can say that she picked the wrong jacket that day. But when I seen that star, my knees went. Right? I don't know. So I went to the altar that day. And that's what started my heart, my ministry inside of me. I can't get it out. And I think the music ministry with the guys, it just made it more. The more I did, the more I wanted to do, and the more heart I had, and the more I wanted to see things happen. But it just ain't enough. It ain't enough. It ain't enough, right? Okay. So, I called my friend Jake over here. Just back from Afghanistan. His May, I talked to his wife. I told my wife, I said, some things didn't work out, and I said, I'm going to start a church. And my wife was like, you crazy. And I said, I'm going to start a church. So I called him. What'd you say, Jake? He said, yep. He said, me and my wife have been praying about it. He said, we talked about hooking up with you guys and doing ministry. And so, me and him started conversating, working back and forth, and we tried to rent Jack's bar about 3 months ago, and they wouldn't rent it to us. And we disrupted the upstairs. So we tried to rent it, things didn't work out, things hit and miss, right? We find ourselves kind of at a standstill, right? And then all of a sudden, I got a call from somebody. I talked to somebody, and they said, hey, the building down there, the hill. And I said, man, that place is very big. And then I got to thinking, I know a guy that started a church in a storefront about 11 years ago.
13
years ago. Because I was in the service. And his name is Rob Urban. And I don't know how y'all many know, but he's got a huge church down on 327. And they started in a place probably a little bigger than this, but not much. And so I got to thinking, why, and you know, we're a Benton County. Why can't we do something like that here?
Amen.
Why can't we have a heart for people? There's enough people here. Why can't we have a church for people that have a heart for God?
Amen.
Right? So I thought, I don't care how big it is. I don't care if it's in my living room. We're going to do something. So we rented this building. We leased this building. Man, we're in so much debt right now. We ain't got a dollar. But we rent this place. They give us a break, $600 to lease this every month. And I said, well, we'll get the electric on. $200 electric deposit because it's a business. All right? And then we get here, and there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing on the walls, man. And Nick and Cheryl, they sent me these flowers. I appreciate it. They didn't tell me they was poisonous. I thought they were trying to kill me on the first day. But we came up here, and we got this sound system is for this cause. Borrowed system. They let us borrow it. And we bought, you know, like the little toiletry stuff in there. But hey, we're doing it because we want you guys to come back. Okay? We want to come every week. I don't care if we have to stand like this. My people will stand right there. We'll stand over here. We'll give you a seat. We'll put another row up here. We're going to have an altar, but Jake's guys making it. But we're going to have one up here. But if we have to, we'll put the knees. You'll put Justin's knees right on the altar. All we're going to do is just reach out and lean over. So we got this started, right? So we're here, right?
Yay.